In 2013, Capcom announced that it was developing a game for the PlayStation 4. The graphics were incredibly good, the concept was amazing, and the atmosphere was top-notch. Then, the game disappeared. But seriously, what happened to Deep Down? Back in February 2013, during the PlayStation 4 launch event, many games, such as Infamous Second Son and Drive Club, were being unveiled. At that time, Capcom announced that they were developing a game for the PlayStation 4. The game's visuals and gameplay were breathtaking. What's more, the game's storyline was quite intriguing. The game was set to begin in New York in 2094, and the story focused on a member of a group known as the Ravens, who possessed the ability to recover historical memories by touching ancient artifacts. The player was expected to uncover secrets through ancient artifacts belonging to a mysterious civilization. In other words, it was going to be like a medieval game set in the modern world. Additionally, the game was being developed using the Panta Rhei game engine, created specifically for the PlayStation 4. It had been one of the most talked about games at the event. Then, during the Tokyo Game Show 2013, Yoshinori Ono from Capcom made an announcement that surprised and excited players. The game would be free to play. No one expected such a large-scale and visually impressive production to be free. Some time passed, and in 2014, closed beta tests were conducted, allowing some players to try the game. The feedback was more mixed than many had expected. There were some technical glitches, and the content was limited. However, players believed these bugs could be fixed, and the combat system was good, so there was still hope for this game. By early 2015, Kazunori Sugiura, known for Breath of Fire 6 and some Pokemon games, revealed in an interview that the game's vision had expanded since its initial announcement, and that as a result, the game would be released later than expected. So far, everything seemed normal, but then suddenly, there was no news about the game. Capcom wasn't making any announcements or releasing trailers. But players hadn't lost hope yet, because Capcom had renewed the game's trademark a few times. As a result, everyone assumed the game was still in development, that it had switched to a different game engine, or that it was coming to the PS5. However, in 2020, Capcom allowed the game's trademark to expire, and the project was effectively abandoned. All that remains are a few gameplay videos, trailers, and unfulfilled hopes. It's truly sad that a game of such high quality, especially for its time, never saw the light of day, and what exactly happened to it remains a mystery. For this reason, Deep Down is like a lost soul to gamers. Maybe one day, Deep Down will actually be released. Or maybe we'll find out what happened to the game. For now, take care.